Nerd Theory. What's going on, everybody? Brian back with Nerd Theory. Going to do a 4K review of the movie Stand By Me that came out in 1986. It always fascinates me whenever a movie kind of this old or even older comes out in a 4K format, because I just have to know how good it could possibly look. And some are good, some are bad. Let me just kind of start off by saying that this one does have HDR 4K, obviously. The special features, they're kind of few and far between. The actual 4K disc itself only has the deleted scenes or the alternate scenes. If you want like the commentary that has Corey Feldman and Will Wheaton in it, you actually have to go to the Blu-ray disc in order to view that. So there's not really a whole lot going on as far as special features are concerned. So to get into the video aspect of it, basically, it's a lot like some of the other older movies in 4K that I've seen pretty recently, actually, which hopefully I'll do reviews for later on down the road. If you're expecting a perfect 4K experience, just clear, no grain or anything like that, then this movie's probably going to disappoint you, I'm not going to lie. Having said that, I know the debate between should there be grain in these older films, should they take the time to clean it up. I don't know. I'm kind of on both sides of the fence about it. Having said that, just like a lot of them, you know, there's the long shots that are just clean. It looks great, but when you get up to the close-up images of the actors, that's when the grain really starts kicking in. And fortunately, it didn't really take me out of the movie watching it. I mean, I think like the first scene, a close-up of Richard Dreyfuss, it's very, very grainy. I was like, oh my god, okay. So I thought that's what I was getting into throughout the movie, and it wasn't really like that. And even if it was in those few shots, it was kind of few and far between, so it didn't take me out of it. Once again, though, I mean, the long shots are beautiful, it's crisp, it looks great, the blue skies, the green. This is where the HDR really came in for me. Where it came in the most, in my opinion, that I've noticed the most, is that when they're in the woods. Just the green leaves, and even more so the shadows that the trees leave in the background. It really just heightens everything. It's just very, the HDR just, you know, it's just really dark, and it brings all the other colors, including the characters themselves. They just kind of just pop more. The endings, close to the end, when they're actually in the woods, that's what stands out to me the most in this movie. It's just very crisp, very clear. There's a lot of long shots. So I didn't really notice the grain too much, if there really was any. Fortunately for this movie, there's a lot more in the daylight than there is in the nighttime. The nighttime scenes is where you get the grain more than anything else. But once again, it didn't take me out of the movie, and especially if you already like the movie, you're probably not going to care either way. As far as the sound's concerned, it does have Dolby Atmos, and it also has a 5.1 track for the DTS. The Atmos, I love that Atmos is on these 4K discs, but a movie like this doesn't really, it's good to have it, but it doesn't really stand out, except for maybe a couple scenes. A couple scenes being the one where they fired off the gun. That was really good in the Atmos, and the infamous train scene. Spoiler alert, the train's about ready to mow down these two kids, and they have to get away. Anyway, but when the train's, you know, signaling, you know, with the all that, you could really hear it resonating from the how the Atmos, you know, comes above it. So in that respect, the Atmos is great, DTS is great, but for a movie like this, you're probably not going to notice it too much. So to sum it all up, video's fine. I mean, this is going to be the best way to watch Stand By Me to date, as with most 4K releases that come out. There are some grainy spots, especially with the close-up shots, but those are kind of few and far between from what I can tell, and the HDR really brings out the greens and the darks. Just really making the colors pop within the woods when they're walking the trail. For the price on Amazon being less than $20, I think it's a good time to be had by anybody. So I recommend getting it for sure. That's it. That's my review of the 4K of Stand By Me. If you're looking to buy it at all, I have a link in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. Please, 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 please. It helps me out a lot. Gives me the momentum to make more of these videos. I stopped making them for a while, and I decided to start making them again for some reason. Probably because my job's furloughed and I'm bored as hell. I don't know. But if you guys like it, I'll keep on doing it. Just hit that subscribe button and like. And, you know, I'm going to start saying this until things get better. Just be safe, be smart, be courteous. Thanks for watching. going to be getting